Scott.
What's up, Scott?
With the GGC of Philadelphia. It's a story I want to tell on our organization's behalf. This is called Lion at Heart. It's a story about Andrea. Andrea is an artist, and she's a teacher that I work with, and she offered to donate some of her work for the Pegasus Foundation for a silent auction they're doing. The Pegasus Foundation is a horse riding organization that does therapy for kids with disabilities. They ride horses and stuff, and kids who are blind and mentally disabled get to ride the horses, and it has some therapeutic effect on them. So they're doing a silent auction to raise money, and Andrea agreed to donate some of her work, which is part of a series that won a grant from the Leeway Foundation for $15,000. And she won it, 15 years ago. And she had all this work that she made that was kind of a product of her teaching in inner city schools, and as a way for her to deal with the struggles of working in an inner city school. These kids were real tough on her, but there were some disabled kids, and this one girl was blind and mentally challenged. And so she made this painting called Blind But Not Invisible. So my assistant and I drove up to her house to pick up this piece. And she lived way the fuck out in like Willow Grove or something. It's supposed to take 20 minutes, but like I'm trying to sell my car, and some guy called from Craigslist, and I'm like talking to him, and I missed the turn, and like an hour and a half later, we're showing up at Andrea's house in Willow Grove, and it's like really hard to find, but it's this really quaint place, it's like an apartment in this old house with a nice porch, and everything's old, and there's the old doors and the iron and stuff like that. And I was kind of creeped out at first, and my assistant, she's looking at me, and she's like this young art school grad, and she's like smirking, I'm trying, like cracking up, like this is weird, but I wasn't, I sort of wanted to crack up, but I was like, I'm not going to crack up, because this woman's showing us her work, and it's a serious thing, and she's out here living this life that, it's kind of beautiful and tragic at the same time. And so we see her, and I realize that she's very excited to have us come there. And, she offered to make us tea and stuff like that. Yeah, you see, you're laughing, and I wanted to laugh like that too, but I realized the part of me that wanted to laugh like that was me being like young and condescending. But it was a real treat that she had this work that she put her life and soul into, and she was excited to have us there. And here we are looking at her stuff, and I was picking up this work, and the ironic thing is she was offering everything. She said, "Just take all my work." She's old, and she's like, "I don't know what's going to happen to my work when I'm gone." And so I was like, "Well, we can take this one piece, but we went to put it in my car, and it didn't fucking fit in the car." So here she is offering all her work. And she couldn't, just like Van Gogh, she couldn't give it away while she's alive. And so we had to take it back in her place, and we're putting the piece back in her place, and she's saying, whatever, we'll figure out how to get it there somehow. And then she had this wig, on a sculpture that she had made, a wig like the wigs I have. And, you know, there was this moment. Okay, so we left. We got lost on the way home, too. And I'm thinking to myself, this woman, Andrea, is a lion at heart. And I'm a lion, too. Because this story isn't even true.